So the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to actually import an oral history. This is an MP4, but that's okay, and that's kind of what you're going to get for that you're going to be taking if you use the flip cams. Now, those of you that are using DSLR type cameras, you could be getting .mov files, which are okay too. So here it is. I already looked it up, and I'm going to import it. Now you notice this says not AVCHD like we saw before. This has already been processed and has been transcoded, and it is in MPEG-4 format, which is still a compressed. It's like it's a little bit better compression. That is to say, more expanded compression than such as you would find in the AVCHD. So, and by the way, what your flip cam takes is MPEG-4. Maybe not part 14, because I think that is specific to iMovie, or that is to say Apple, but it's okay. It'll play in PCs as well. So let's import selected. I don't know how long it'll take, but here we go. So let's go to the top here, and it's just wrapping around. I don't think I mentioned that before, but the clips will wrap around so that they will fit in your browser here. And there we go. Looks like it's probably still transcoding here. Look at this is what I want to show you. This is telling you that it's still transcoding. There's a little bit of a time icon right there. You can still use it, but it's just telling you, okay, now it's finished. Did you see that? I just wanted you to notice that. So in case it's not working right, that's how you would do it. Okay, so this brings me to one of the points of contention I have with this version, and that is, while it will tell you that this is 14 minutes long, you cannot tell where in this clip you are. So if you do your transcript, you know that's at certain times, and say it's 7 minutes, you want to do something or get a clip. Well, guess what? It doesn't tell you where you are. So you just have to play it.
Are you a Gainesville native, or what brought you?
Okay, and let's make this a little bit smaller. We can actually, it's down here. So what it's doing is, it's just kind of zooming out a little bit, so we wouldn't have to wrap around quite so much. So if I put the playhead there and press my space bar.
2013. This is Kenny Bain interviewing Mr. James Stringfellow for the Samuel Proctor Oral History Program.
Okay, well that's wonderful. It's just that it doesn't tell you where you are. Well, you could just make clips, and let's get rid of this one. I'm going to select this and delete it. So how could we do that? Let's just say, okay, we're playing along. We want to get this part right here, and you can play it by hitting the /
Are you a
place
Gainesville
the
native,
clip.
or what brought you to Gainesville?
Yes, I was born and
/
raised in Gainesville, fourth generation.
And are you a Gainesville native, or what brought you to Gainesville?
Yes, I was born and raised in Gainesville, fourth generation.
Okay, let's stop right there, and that's where we want to stop. But as you see, when I clicked, my reference went away. Okay, well, let's just say, I'm doing the / a /
Are you a
plays
Gainesville
the
native,
clip.
or what brought you to Gainesville?
Yes, I was born and raised in Gainesville, fourth generation.
You don't have to worry too much about getting it precise, and I'll show you why. So at this point, you can literally drag it down, which is certainly one way, but my favorite way is to select it. You can see the yellow outline, the box. Press the letter E, and it goes right down there. That's the way I like it. It's called appending. Now look what happened here. I'm going to click out of it, and look, this little line tells us that we have this down here. Okay, well, that's fine.
Born and raised in.
I'm just going to take this at random. And I'm going to press E, and what happens is it's going to go to the end. Went to the end, and here we go. This looks like a gap, but if you put the playhead here and press the space bar, you'll see really there's no gap. It's just an illusion. Okay, so, and then I'm going to click out of there. And again, it's telling us, well, they look alike, but it's telling us that these parts of this entire clip have been added. Okay, well, there's two ways you can do this. You could just simply go through here and put the clips down here, and that's fine. You know, you could do that. It's really up to you. It's your preference. If you wanted to, you could put a title up here. Well, and you could label it that way. And I don't know. That seems like more work than we need to do. Alternately, watch this. If I highlight this, I'm highlighting. Now I'm going to press the Control and I'm going to click, and it brings up this drop-down menu. Down at the bottom it says Reveal an Event. So what is our event? That's our collection of media, right? So if I do that, there it is. It told me that this part right here was here. So, I mean, you could use that. Let's do this one too. It's right below, I'm sorry where you can see here, but it says Reveal an Event. And it just highlights, and that is it. All right. So that is one way. And, you know, it's up to you. But here's another way that we could do this. Remember how I said we can have several projects associated with an event. So let's just say we do that, and let's do another one. And what we're going to do here is we're going to create another, well, project, which they call movie here. And we're going to select the no theme, and maybe we'll get around to, you should play with these, they're fun actually. Anyway, create, and we're going to call it, we're going to call this the project Raw Oral History, OR. Okay, you might see where I'm going with this. Okay, so I'm going to select the entire thing by like triple clicking the thing, and now I'm going to press E, and that put the entire clip on that timeline. Well, it doesn't look like it, but let's see if we can kind of zoom out there. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so where am I going with this? And, you know, I think I showed you before that you could do a Command B and make a cut. So we're going to do that right now. And I'm going to do one over here, another one, Command B. And one of the things that I forgot to mention, that's actually the entire reason that we would do such a thing, is to put an entire clip in its own project, that is to say timeline. It's because when you do make these cuts, look, it tells you where you are. So that's the advantage. That's the biggest advantage to doing this. So I'm going to, you see right now, it doesn't, if I click in here, it doesn't tell me where I am. But if I make a cut, which I'm about to do, Command B, why it does. Look over here. There it is. We're at 8 minutes and 2 seconds. And we have the added benefit that we can go back and select this and do Command C for copy. And we're going to go back to our projects. We're going to go back to the main project, and it looks different now. I apologize. And we're going to go to the end. I'm going to do Command V, and there was our clip. Now, of course, at this point, it has no reference to its original time. It's just telling you that it's 7 seconds. But the advantage is that it does tell you back here where you are in reference to or relation to your entire clip. timeline. Now, why is that important? Well, because if you do a log or transcript of this clip, you will maybe make a note that, like at 8 minutes and 2 seconds, there's the part you want to take a clip out of. Well, that's how you do it. And it's, like I said, it's not that great of a workaround, but in iMovie, that's the best we have.